Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of Daphne Byrne's trade paperback from DC Black Label, Joe Hill House Comics imprint by Laura Marks, Kelley Jones, Michelle Madsen. I got a couple of books here from Joe Hill imprint, and among this one, Basket Full of Heads. This is a hardcover. It's really good. Maybe I should talk about this a little bit later. This was fun. Anyway, so I got this yesterday. You probably saw my unboxing. If not, check it out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for daily content. Some shilling here. And I just read it yesterday, and I thought, you know what? This is actually something that I want to tackle. This is a six-issue miniseries, and it contains 160 pages. And I paid $15 for it. It's $17 or $18 USA and 23 Canadian. And this is in the 19th century, basically a horror comic. So without further ado, let's talk about it, right? So I think for 17 or $80, you've got a lot of content. So it's no secret that I'm a very, very, very big fan of Kelley Jones's art. And so we started in the 19th century, where this woman who lost her husband is stricken with grief, and she's going to some truthsayer occult that can talk to the dead and all that stuff, right? And our story is about this 14-year-old little girl called Daphne, or Daphne, probably that's how you say it. And Daphne is a little bit weird, and it has, I believe, to do with the death of her father. And she's getting bullied a lot, right, by these girls that don't want her. And she goes often to her father, and she's talking to the grave, and hopefully get some answers. But then she finds out that her mother goes to this occultist, right? And she thinks it's all, I don't know, she doesn't want to go there. And then at some point, it's just this imagery, right? She goes there, because she's been convinced by her mother to come. So these people are there, and they say, so she asks Daphne a question, right? No, let's say the other way around. Daphne asks her a question about, say, hey, remember that the night on the roof when I crept out and to find you and you showed me the stars? So the woman answers, probably then it's been implied that her father, who's on the other side of the land of the dead, is answering. But then she says, no, I just made it all up when they go outside, and her mother doesn't believe that, right? And she says, I said, you are a child, you don't understand, right? And but the mother is still going to the to that occult, basically the occultist woman is swindling her. But then at one point she has a dream, and then she's meeting with a voice. Well, a voice guides her to somewhere, right? And there's also creepy imagery here, and right, like this. And she's meeting a boy, and she's calling, or he's calling her brother, not her brother, but brother, right? And he basically, seducing her in some kind of a way. And the theme of this book is not only occultism, but Satanism as well. But then the powers that be, of the underworld, brother speaks to her through whispers and dreams, and you see all this, at some point, this creepy imagery. So the horror aspect is not really in front, but more in the back, like back in her mind. The thing is here that it's not really, and that's probably the fun thing about this book, is that, is it really something in her head, or is it just, the devil trying to seduce this girl, right? At some point, she is, finding certain books, she's reading the books, and she's, looking for the author. And well, brother is, I don't know, just being nice to her, but then also being a little bit, not so nice to her, right? And he showed her that the world is not all that you see through your eyes. I can show you what the world is really look like, right? And then he shows her that this is the real world, this messed up, decaying part of society, right? And he is want to help her to fully unlock her potential, right? And she's doing that by taking revenge on this girl, that is, bullying her a lot, and that, and then it causes her trouble later on. So, like I said, lots of creepy imagery there. Covers are nice too. It's also a little bit, occulty. That's the word. The art is fantastic. It's this real dark atmosphere that you might know from Mr. Kelley Jones. It's come on, man, dude. So look at this. I love the shadow play here. Kelley Jones does a lot of great work with shadows and darker imagery. Lots of black here, and then she finds out that, I love this particular part, that the boy or the brother can look her in her brain, in reading her thoughts, and she can go and hide nowhere because her mind's an open book for him, right? And this is more like like an imagery, like looking into her soul. That's really well done. The horror aspect is not more from demons, but the occult. The occult somehow, at some point, is drugging the weeping widow, the mother of Daphne. And then at one point, they want to basically, desecrating, or that's consecrating her body, and because they are believing in Satan, and through Satan, planting the seeds of the devil in her, right? So that Satan is going to give them power. Speaking of unsettling imagery. And the story continues that she is finding this offer, right? And the offer here of that book that she read earlier wants to help her expose this occult, that it's all tricks, it's not real. So she says, hey, let's make a deal that I'm coming with you to the next session and I'm going to expose them, right? And he's going to do that, right? At the moment, when they have this particular seance, right? Also, the brother is keep haunting and torturing Daphne in her dreams, putting her in a coffin. And this is, I believe it's all symbolism here, right? Because at one point, the brother says, hey, shed your soul, because this is the real us. This is the real you, right? And she is then leading to hell, where she is meeting up probably with Satan. And the brother says, kneel before him quickly. And then he says, you pleased him. And then she sees something on his skin that shouldn't be there, right? I like the psychological horror aspect, because even if we go through this book, it's skipping a few pages, by the way. It's not really clear that is in her mind, or like I said, there is maybe demonic forces going on, right? And at some point, she is also lashing out to her mother. Because mother's gullible, right? She's so stricken with grief that she wants her husband back, or wants to speak to her husband because she doesn't know what to do. While the occult try to manipulate this woman, and at some point when she find out it's all a scam, she's been drugged and they're doing some horrible things to her. But there is also some other imagery here that was surprising to me. There's another despicable thing going on because of this offer that what's the word I'm looking for? The P word, you know, when adults do horrible things to children, right? I cannot say that. And yeah, well, I don't want to show, but let's say she is not taking this particular suggestion, what he's doing to her, lightly, and she is taking care of him in a horrible way. But then I'm not going to show the because I don't want to show everything. But then, you know, the boy comes back tormenting her again, I'm sorry. But then she is taking control. She is lashing out to him, right? And she said, "You never hurt me again." And she is drowning her or him or herself, maybe a part of herself, right? And then she's getting a letter from school that she's not inviting to school anymore because of what she did to the little girl, and she's snapping. She's totally snapping. I like that, you know, the descending into madness. And then there is a point here that she is going to look for her mother. She wants to rescue her from, you know, this this cult. And she's doing that, but she's getting caught while she's trying to escape with her mother. And then she is acting because like she has been possessed by the devil, right? And these gullible idiots are falling for that. She says, "You who dares to summon me, you believe that would grant power to you." And then it goes all really quickly goes sideways, where I'm not going to show that, but she's taking revenge on the occultist, saving her mother. But also her mother is, because of what she is seeing and what happened to Daphne, that she's being possessed or not, right? That's the whole question here. Is she was really possessing, or was it all fake? Was it all in her mind? And I'm not going to show you the last page, because the last page is suggesting something, you know, what happened in the end. Is her soul burning in hell right now? She's being possessed and swayed by the devil. Or again, what is she just being driven mad by the loss of her dad, the delusion, you know, that her mother is not there for her anymore, that she is have no friends, and that the voice in her head was basically her own madness. That's not really explained in here, but the last page shows you what it could be or what it is actually. And that's what I really like about this. It can go both ways, right? That's is really fun about this comic. So it's not really horror in horror way, but more like horror on the side, and then going into the psyche or maybe the possession of this young girl. Downside that I think here is that Daphne here does not always act like a 14-year-old girl. These are the covers, by the way, and alternate covers. It's also, I mean, she's acting like she is a young adult, right? But she is very intelligent, self-aware. This gorgeous cover by Kelley Jones. So yeah, I think this is a good book. I had hoped a little bit something different, but you know, now that I look back to it, this is an interview by with Laura Marks, by the way, art by Kelley Jones. And I think this is a good fitting. So if you want to have a cool horror comic with, you know, demonic possessions and occult, you know, devil worshipping here, also, you know, great art with Kelley Jones, I think you will like this a lot. I having a blast. I read it in one sitting, 160 pages. I think you got a good bang for your buck. And, you know, you can never go wrong with Kelley Jones, right? Ever. So, guys, this is my review of Daphne Byrne's trade paperback. I hope you like it. You know, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this book, and I see you next time.